Hey everybody, Zaraz here from The Casuals. Today bring you another episode of the Genshin Weekly where I cover all recent news and leaks about Genshin Impact for the past week. The last few weeks have been a little bit quiet, but we have gotten a lot of leaks and a lot of new information about the upcoming patch 1.4, more specifically what the events that will be happening during the Flower Festival of Mondstadt will look like. I will also be talking a little bit about Rosaria. We have had some extra leaks about her ability and what it looks like and how it will translate when she comes into the game. We have also heard some news about a arena game mode or event that will be coming in the future with different stages and different stuff that you can apply to make it harder or easier, where you have to survive a certain amount of levels. So this would sound promising, as we would really need some kind of arena or endless kind of game mode to keep us occupied while there is not much else to do in the game when you are in the late stages. Lastly, there has also been some really interesting information about a new Abyss Herald, which basically looks like an Abyss Mage on steroid and very interesting looking, very different from the actual game monsters that we have right now. So this looks interesting and we don't exactly know what it entails, but obviously it opens up the door to a lot of future possibility along with Dainsleaf and some of the stuff going on in the actual main story. Now, of course, before we get started, if you need some of the images or links to what I'm talking about today on the leaks, as I am not allowed to show them all on screen, you can join our Discord and go into the leaks channel. I post all of the graphics, all of the information, all of the details, and the sources where they come from on that channel, so you can have the information and you can see then the images of the leaks yourself. Also, we have just reached 50,000 subscribers in the last week, so we want to say thank you very much to all of you guys who come and watch our channel, watch our videos, come our daily live streams. And we also want to take this time to let you guys know that we have another giveaway going on right now that will last for a few more weeks, where we are giving a lot of welcome moons as well as battle passes. If you join our Discord in the giveaway channel, all the information is there for you. It basically just entails that you come and watch some of our streams and participate for a chance to win some of these amazing Genshin prizes. So patch 1.4 is obviously coming in a few weeks, and most likely it will bring with it another kind of event, which would be the Mondstadt Flower Festival. Now this has of course been leaked quite a few times before, and I've talked about it quite a few times before, but we have a little bit more information on what the Flower Festival will look like. So there will be obviously a lot of events, and one of them will be that you have to collect a lot of flowers, and then by the end of the course you will have to see how many flowers you've collected without falling, which is basically the tricky part about this. So it's going to be some kind of like parkour kind of event, which will be interesting to see, but probably pretty straightforward. Now, of course, there's also the gliding event. We've had a lot of these before, so it will be very similar, but probably longer and more in depth, with like all of the stuff to avoid or catch in the air and going through all these circles and get boost of speeds and all that kind of stuff. There's also a bullseye balloon event, which will entail that you shoot balloons in the air, similar to the stuff that we already have in the game, where you have to shoot 3 balloons and get a chest. Now this will obviously be a little bit more complicated, different balloons with different colors and different effects, so we'll have to see how innovative they get with this event. Now, lastly, the Windstock Rhythm minigame. Now this, for those of you who've played the game Fall Guys, this will be very similar to that. It's going to be some kind of minigame where you have to walk on stuff and avoid stuff, try not to fall, and hopefully there'll be some co-op where we can push each other off like in Fall Guys. So we'll have to see what that looks like. There's a lot of potential for them to add these kind of fun game modes in Genshin Impact, just like the tower defense, and hopefully these are permanent, as we really need some of this type of content to keep us occupied when waiting for new patches. Now, as I mentioned, Rosaria will most likely be coming in patch 1.4, along with hopefully a Venti rerun banner, and some other characters, maybe such as Diluc or something like that, would be nice to have on a banner. We've also heard rumors that they will be adding the free-to-play characters on banners in 1.4, which would mean Kaya, Amber, and so on. I'm very interested to see which way they're going to go with all of this, because of course there's a lot of new players coming to Genshin Impact who have not had a chance of getting a lot of these characters, on top of some characters like Venti and Klee and all that stuff who are limited. They've never had a chance to roll on these banners, so they will definitely be bringing back a lot of stuff. Now, the information that we got on Rosaria, of course, we've had a lot of different leaks and images shared already. We know that her elemental skill will drop a spear in the ground, and that spear will do, first of all, cryo damage, as well as pulsates cryo damage for a few seconds, which enables Rosaria as probably one of the greatest cryo supports to be in the game when she comes out, as it is very powerful for a character to be able to give their element while they're not on the field. Now, the information that we've had about the Rosaria is that her elemental skill is roughly the same size as Albedo's elemental skill, so a big circle on the ground, and it will do a lot of cryo damage when dropped, as well as pulsates, as I said. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Now, I've shared the small images that we've had about this where you can see the elemental spear on the ground. It looks pretty interesting. I'm very excited to see the potential Rosaria and if she's going to be a 4-star or a 5-star. But in any case, I think she's going to be a very, very, very powerful character to both enable other characters or herself to be a main DPS as a physical damage dealer, which will do very good considering she's cryo, so you could get superconduct quite easily with any electro character buffing her. Now, another thing that I've heard about for 1.4 or maybe the future would be this new arena mode, Contending Tides, which would be basically a Hilichurl arena with up to maybe 7 stages with different difficulties per stage, and every stage would have a unique buff that enables you to do different stuff and test different game mechanics. So closest to a testing dummy kind of place that we could get would be very interesting to see in there. Now, this apparently is going to be a little bit challenging and you're going to have to survive the different areas. You're going to have a limit on how many characters you can bring and quite elements and all that stuff. So this would be a very, very welcome new game mode in the game. Now, the leaks that we've had about this are very, very minimal. This is definitely something still in progress, but we have like a screen that showcases what the game mode would look in game. So hopefully this evolves into something that we desperately need for Genshin Impact. And if they could add testing dummies in this game ever, which is one of the most basic things to add in the game, it would be very, very meaningful, as it is something that is very, very lacking in this game right now, and it makes no sense that they haven't added that already, in my opinion. Now, lastly, I want to talk about this new Abyss Herald leak. Now, I've been talked about this on my stream quite often. People keep asking me about this. Now, there really isn't much information about this Abyss Herald. Obviously, if you've seen the image, it looks really, really badass. It looks like an Abyss mage, but really much bigger and much stronger and scarier looking. Now, we're not sure if this is going to be a boss maybe in new Abyss levels in the future, or this is going to be maybe just PvE wise, so part of the storyline. We know that with the new Dainsleif quest, we've had a lot of different things revealed, or doors open that we can go look into in the future maybe. We know that there is this race of people who are basically in the Abyss, or were a race of people and now they're in the Abyss. We're not exactly sure, but we know that these guys are a big part of the story. So this could obviously be very much related to that. We'll have to look into that. It seems like the Traveler's Missing Sister story is something that is happening in the background while all the smaller stories of the regions are at the same time going on for us. So I'm very interested to see where that goes. Again, I don't really have any information other than the image that is posted on our Discord. So we'll have to wait and see what it looks like. Let me know what you think it is going to be in the comment. A boss, a PvE event, a new character, who knows? I would be very interested to know your opinions. There are so many ways Genshin Impact storyline could go in the future, but Genshin Impact storyline is probably one of the most interesting part about this game. So we're very excited to hear about that in the future. So guys, let me know in the comments below, what is it about patch 1.4 that you are looking forward to the most, other than obviously Rosaria's obvious attributes? What else is it that you really think is going to be really fun to look forward to in 1.4? Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on next week's video.